Hey guys, what's going on? This is Atharva here with a brand new episode on the channel, and today I'm going to talk about the things you should not do as a developer. So many developers they forget these things and then they get demotivated and they end up quitting coding. And that's not the main solution. You should not just quit code because you got demotivated in the first place. You need to keep trying. So these are the things that you should not do as a developer. Number one, think you know it all. Trust me, you don't know anything. If you just learn a language and then you say that you know everything about that language, then you are wrong. You might know the basics, but there are a lot more things, and there are a lot of new libraries and frameworks coming up for that language, and you don't know anything about them. So stop this attitude. This attitude is not going to take you anywhere. So you need to keep learning. You need to keep your knowledge updated. Every day these new technologies are coming up, so you need to be updated too. I'm not saying that just go full on to those new technologies. I'm saying that just don't keep that attitude. That attitude will just give you nothing but destruction. Second, I would say is don't follow tutorials after tutorials. I'm saying this because people just follow tutorials for learning programming, and that's okay. Like, you need to learn from somewhere, right? But that's not the thing. You don't need to always follow tutorials, and if you just follow tutorials always, you will be stuck in a situation where you cannot just code by yourself, and that's called tutorial hell. And trust me, you don't want to get into that. Like, you can't even code by yourself at that point, and you just get demotivated and you just quit, and that's the end of your coding journey. So trust me, you don't want to do that. So just don't follow tutorial always. Just make the tutorial, just modify something in it, make that tutorial your own, make that project on your own, and then try to make some your dream project by yourself. Don't need to just follow tutorials for that. Number three, I'll say don't ignore the best practices. I mean, you would say that these experts are talking about those best practices, you don't even care about them. But trust me, once you try to follow those best practices, you will find a difference in your application. You will find that your application is more optimized right now, it is working more fast or whatever it might be for. But I'm just saying that don't ignore the best practices. You just need to keep learning things, and the more best practices you follow, the more value you have as a developer. So if you follow a lot of best practices, then you are a senior level developer. Like, people will think that you are a senior level developer, and that's what you want. So you just need to keep learning, keep updating your knowledge. And it's not like if you have learned something, you need to keep improving what you write. You need to keep improving your code. So that's how the learning process works. I'm also not saying that just keep optimizing your code. That will take you nowhere. I'm just saying that you need to just optimize the key points of your application. If you just keep optimizing everything of your application, like, you will just keep optimizing for your entire life, and you don't want that. So the fourth thing you should not do is not connecting with people. So trust me, some developers think that they can work by themselves and they don't need to connect with people, and this is wrong. You should start connecting with people. You need to build your online presence. You need to start talking with people, and that's how you get clients, and that's how things work. You can't just sit in a cubicle and start coding, and that's how your life goes. That's not how life works. You need to communicate, and you need to build your online presence. Once you start building an online presence, you gain your audience trust. You start providing value, and you gain trust, and it becomes easier to sell a product to them later because they trust you now. The fifth thing that you should not do is learning a lot of things at once. Trust me, if you learn a lot of things at once, it will just mess up everything. Just learn one thing and just start becoming expert on that. So for me, I'm learning React. I'm learning the Merge stack. So I'm just focusing on Merge stack right now. I will not learn Python, and I will not learn any other stuff like Angular or something, because I know React, and I can just get a lot of income if I just do React. And if I just if I gain expertise in that, then it will be better for me. Remember, you don't need to learn a ton of stuff. You just need to learn the useful stuff and start gaining expertise on that. So that was the list of the things you should not do as a developer. If you like the video, just hit the like button, and if you want to support my channel, just hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, and I'll see you in the next video.